In that case, when the nuclei disintegrated and emits the alpha, beta, gamma particles. So that here the small clarity is there, is required to what is the process of disintegration. Means when we know that all the nucleus, heavy mass of a nucleus will be having the less binding energy between the molecules they contain in the nucleus, like uranium. So that when the nucleus is disintegrated to become a stable, whenever it is disintegrated and it will becomes the small mass of a particles by emitting neutrons, then that process of breaking nucleus into two or more fragments is called a nuclear fission. Nuclear fission means a process of breaking a nucleus. Breaking a nucleus means if in case of, if we consider one nucleus is there, where breaking a nucleus into equal or the two or more fragments is called a nuclear fission. Fission means the particles must be nucleus is divided into the several parts, that is the called as fission. So whenever, if in case of for uranium atom, for uranium 235 atom is bombarded with the slow moving neutrons. Whenever nucleus of uranium U235 is bombarded with the slow moving neutron, it emits, it splits into the small or more or less equal mass of a nucleus for with releasing of 3 neutrons, and with the energy of 200 or 216 mega electron volts energy. By emitting that, when the uranium atom is bombarded with the slow moving neutrons, it splits into the two equal or more or less equal masses of the mass with masses, and with the release of 3 neutrons, and also it emits the 200 mega electron volts energy or 216 mega electron volts energy, 216 mega electron volts energy. That will be this is the formula of nuclear fission. Whenever the uranium 92-235 atom is bombarded with the 0 and 1, means it's a neutron. Whenever it is bombarded with the neutron and it emits the barium, that is having the 50 atomic number, 141 with the atomic mass number, and krypton, means 2 or more fragments it is emitted, the two fragments are emitted by the uranium nucleus, that is one of the barium and another one is a krypton, which is having the atomic number is 36, atomic mass number is 92. Means that uranium nucleus splits into the another nucleus, that is small mass of nucleus. So that here is that is one of the barium and another one is a krypton. By emitting the another 3 neutrons with the energy also, with the some of the energy also emitted from the nucleus. Means when the radioactive element, radioactive substance uranium 235 is bombarded with the slow moving neutrons, whenever it is bombarded with the slow moving neutron, it splits into the 2 fragments, that is barium and krypton, and it with the emitting the 3 neutrons, another 3 neutrons are emitted from that nucleus with the energy. So that this is the equation for the nuclear fission process, when uranium splits into the 2 fragments and with emitting the 3 neutrons with energy. So that in case of the Niels Bohr and Wheeler has given that the idea about the whenever the water particle, he has given this liquid drop, which is having the liquid is having surface tension on its surface. So that due to the surface tension, always that the nature, the effect will tries to keep the liquid in spherical shape. When that will absorb some of the energy, whenever that moves into the excitement state, when the excitement energy is given to that liquid, then the total shape of the spherical shape is changed to the elliptical shape. Means that ellipsoid shape can be converted for the more excitation energy into that will move into the dumbbell shape. Means when you can consider that the uranium is having the spherical shape, its nucleus is in the spherical shape. Whenever it is absorbing the excitation, some of the energy, means it will move into the elliptical shape. In this ellipsoid model, if the energy absorbed energy is more, if the excitation energy is more, then the ellipsoid model is moved into the dumbbell shape, which is having the dumbbell shape. And so that from the dumbbell shape it is splits into the several fragments, that is barium, krypton, 3 neutrons are emitted with the, and also energy also emitted. This is the process of nuclear fission, when the nucleus splits into the different mass of nucleus with emitting the 3 neutrons and also in energy. Then that process is called, the process of breaking a nucleus into 2 or more fragments is called as a nuclear fission. Nuclear fission. This is about the equation for the example equation for the, by taking the uranium atom, this is the example model for the nuclear fission, and this is the liquid drop model of fission in liquid drop. Whenever always the liquid shape will, the liquid is to move due to the surface tension, it will always, the tension will keeps the shape of the liquid will be in a spherical shape, but by absorbing some excitation energy that will move into ellipsoid shape. For more energy, that ellipsoid shape also into moved into the dumbbell shape. From the dumbbell shape it is splits into the fragments, that is into the 2 or more fragments. In this case of, it is absorbed some of the 2 fragments, that is barium and krypton, with emitting the 3 neutrons with the energy also. This is about nuclear fission. In this nuclear fission, which mostly happen in the chain reaction will be possible. Chain reaction will be possible. In the chain reaction, in nuclear fission process, the uranium is bombarded with the slow moving neutron. Whenever the slow moving neutron is bombarded with the uranium, then it splits, it emits the 3 more fast moving neutrons. 3 fast moving neutrons, and the 3 fast moving neutrons also is bombarded with the another 3 uranium molecules, and by emitting the 3 neutrons are by bombarding that another 3 uranium, and they emitted another 9 neutrons. I means here in uranium reaction, each fission process at least 3 neutrons are released. That 3 neutrons or each of them causes further fission by bombarded with the another uranium, so that the 3 neutrons can be reason for the another fission, for the 3 becomes 9 neutrons, 9 becomes 27 neutrons, like that. So the process continues, the number of neutrons are released increases, the number of neutrons are increased, neutrons increases. So this process is called a chain reaction. Means in uranium reaction, each fission at least 3 neutrons are released, and each of them causes the further fission. And in the, with by increasing the in 3 more fission, means whenever the neutron is bombarded with the 1 uranium atom, and that uranium atom releases the 3 neutrons by emitting the 2 another particles also, so that uranium nuclei resulting in the release of 9 neutrons. In that 9 neutrons, again that 9 neutrons splits into the 9 into 3, that will be the 27 neutrons, and release 27 neutrons, means that 9 neutrons will be collide with the bombarded with the uranium, another uranium particles, and they also release the 3, 1 neutron releases the 3, so 9 3s are 27 neutrons are released. This process continues, the process of increasing of neutrons by the fission process continues, so that the number of neutrons released is increases. This process is called a chain reaction. This is the, let's see the diagram about a chain reaction. Here the uranium 235 atom is taken, which is bombarded with the one of the nuclei. When by a bombarded with the uranium, it is splits the two mass apart 2 fragments, that is barium and krypton, and by emitting the 3 neutrons, and the 3 neutrons also is bombarded with the another uranium atoms, like this, another 3 uranium atoms, and these 3 uranium atoms and emitted barium and krypton, it is splits into the barium and krypton by emitting the another 3 neutrons. Here 3 neutrons, means the 3 neutrons is bombarded with the 3 uranium particles, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 neutrons are emitted. Again these 9 neutrons also it is bombarded with the uranium, bambed with the uranium. Here, by emptying the particles barium and krypton, with also 3 another neutrons are emitted. 3 another neutrons are emitted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 threes are 27. Means 27 neutrons are emitted. This is the process continues, means these 27 neutrons will go come bambed with the another uranium atom, and these forms the another 3. So here the process is continuous until that the neutrons are increases, the number of neutrons are going to increases, so that this process is called a chain reaction. This chain reaction can be depends on that, can be controlled by the slowing down the neutrons, means whenever the neutrons are slowing down by using that graphite or heavy water, heavy water, the neutrons can be slowed down. So that by the slowing down the neutrons, the process of chain reaction can be controlled. That depends on its multiplication factor. Boron rods are mostly used as to absorb the neutrons. Boron rods are used. So that here the neutron multiplication factor. The chain reaction can be depends on the neutron multiplication factor K. Here what is neutron multiplication factor means, here we already discussed about this is the present generation, this is about the present generation of a nucleus, means the present number of neutrons are emitting. So that's why these are the present generation of neutrons, which is from the previous generation of neutrons. So the ratio between the number of neutrons from the previous generation to the number of neutrons present generation to the number of neutrons from the previous generation is called the multiplication factor. Means once again, this is the present generation. The neutrons which are emitted earlier, those are the present generation neutrons. So earlier from which the neutrons are bambed with the uranium, earlier before this production, the number of neutrons are bambed with the uranium. These are the previous neutrons, previous generation. This is previous generation, this is present generation. So the ratio between the present generation or number of neutrons from the present generation to the number of neutrons in the previous generation, whenever the ratio between both of them can be, the chain reaction can be depends on that. So that the ratio of number of neutrons in the present generation to the number of neutrons in previous generation, then that is called as a multiplication factor. This multiplication factor depends on the state of, means K value depends on the state of chain reaction. So that here the formula of multiplication factor is K is equal to number of neutrons in the present generation by number of neutrons in the previous generation. For example, if the previous generation neutrons are less amount is there, then the less amount of neutrons can be emitted from that. If the bambed particles are less, means the uranium particles are less, then can be explosion is also will be less, means the effect of process of increasing the neutrons also less. So that from that bambering this neutron to the previous generation, if the previous generation and the ratio between them, the previous generation neutrons and the present generation neutrons ratio will depends upon the condition of the chain reaction. Is that a chain reaction can be controlled, or it can be uncontrolled, or it can be decreases, or can be the chain reaction can be stopped. So depends on the ratio between the number of neutrons in the present generation to the number of neutrons in the previous generation. The ratio between both of them can be decided, the chain reaction processes can be controlled or can be stopped or can be uncontrolled. Those depends on that, that is a multiplication factor, that is K. If in case of K value is less than 1, means less than 1 means the number of previous neutrons, previous generation is more than the present generation, then we can get the value less than 1. Means the present generation neutrons are less than the previous generation neutrons. Then only we can get the K is less than 1. Then the number of neutrons are decreased, so that the chain reaction can be stops. The chain reaction can be stops, like here that is called as a subcritical state, means less than the critical state, that will be in the less than the critical state. So next, if in case of K is equal to 1, means the number of neutrons in the previous generation which is equal to number of neutrons in the present generation. Means the number of generation, the both are same. The each one neutron is emitted by bombarded with the uranium is emitted only one neutron. Then the previous generation neutron and the present generation neutrons are same. Then K value will be 1, means multiplication factor will be 1. So that it is a critical state. It is a critical state, like it can be controlled like a nuclear reactor. In nuclear reactor, this process is going on whenever the chain reaction is processed already at a steady rate and it can be controlled. For example, it's a nuclear reactor, it can be a critical state. It is in critical state. If we come for the, if the previous generation part neutrons are less than the present generation neutrons, means the less amount of neutrons bombarded with the uranium, but the uranium splits, emits the more number of neutrons. Even though if it is bombarded with the less amount of neutrons also, then but it emits the more number of neutrons than the previous generation neutrons is less than the present generation neutrons, then K value will be greater than 1. K value will be, means multiplication factor value will be greater than 1. This cannot be controlled. This is uncontrolled chain reaction. In this process, the number of neutrons are increases rapidly, so that this is uncontrolled process. For example, that is called supercritical state. That is supercritical state that will be happens in an atom bomb. That happens in an atom bomb. So this is about chain reaction and nuclear fission, and the multiplication factor, neutron multiplication factor.